our President, Dr. Sanjeev Jha sir, General Secretary, Dr. Annamalai sir, Vice President, Dr. Suresh Babu sir, Treasurer and National Head of IAP Women's Cell, Dr. Ruchi Vashne ma'am, and all other respected office bearers of IAP CEC. I extend my honest gratitude to all the office bearers of the Central IAP team. Now, speaking about my state branch of IAP, the IAP Utkal Odisha state branch, I would like to say that starting from the enthusiastic leadership of our state president, Dr. Sthiti Pragya Dalbehra ma'am, General Secretary Dr. Bhuvanananda Pani sir, Treasurer Dr. Pravanjan Rai Saman sir, and to all other office bearers, including the exuberant team of IAP Utkal Women's Cell, each one of us are trying our best to contribute immensely for the upliftment of our association and our profession. I feel extremely fortunate to be a part of this extremely dynamic team. In 1996, World Physiotherapy, the operational name of WCPT, the World Confederation of Physical Therapy, established World Physiotherapy Day. The main objective of this day is to acknowledge the work that physiotherapists do for public and patients. Through the day, World Physiotherapy aims to support and encourage their members to promote and advance the profession. The theme for this year's campaign is the role of physiotherapy in rehabilitation after COVID-19. Though most activities organized globally focused on the role of physios in this pandemic, IAP Utkal thought out of the box and decided to discuss another but closely related topic, which is how physios in India could become Atmanirbhar. Many of us have been affected by the clutches of the ongoing pandemic, both financially and professionally. So it was finalized that IAP Utkal would host an interview with a professional from a financial institution to discuss the role of banking and insurance sectors in making physiotherapists Atmanirbhar. For this purpose, we successfully roped in Chartered Accountant Ipsita Rath ma'am, the AGM and branch head of IDBI Bank Jaidev Vihar branch, Bhubaneswar, to be our resource person. There was a condition attached with this interview that it be conducted on a virtual platform. So, yesterday we conducted the interview with Ipsita ma'am, and what you all are going to see and listen is the recorded version of the same. So without wasting much time, I would like to play out the interview and request you all to patiently listen to it. I would like to request all participants to plug in an audio accessory if you wish to, like an earphone, a headphone, or a Bluetooth speaker for better audio quality. Queries, if any, should be posted in the chat box, and I assure that we will forward each of your query to Ipsita ma'am and convey her responses to you. Thank you. So with this, I start the interview session.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. I, Dr. B.N. Pani, physiotherapist, wish every physio a happy World Physiotherapy Day. This year is very significant in both good and bad ways. To celebrate, the good is that IAP this year got readmitted to World Physiotherapy, while the bad is the challenging situation everywhere due to COVID-19. In this scenario, Indian physios are also affected, which has led to both financial and professional crisis for them. Keeping in view of these challenges, the IAP Utkal branch, decided to help physios how to be immune to such crises. And hence, to discuss about this, we have with us Chartered Accountant Madam Ipsita Rath, who is presently working as AGM and branch head IDBI Bank, Jaydev Bihar, Bhubaneswar. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us. We physiotherapists are celebrating World Physiotherapy Day today, that is on 8th September. And in our discussion, first of all, I would like to know what are your thoughts about physiotherapy as a profession, madam? And how do you view it from a banker's perspective?
Hello everyone. Today is World Physiotherapy Day. So, first of all, I wish to all physiotherapists a very happy Physiotherapy Day. So, first of all, I want to say something about these professions and certain my personal experience. This is a very noble profession. Physiotherapist nowadays, physiotherapists are the main pillars of our country, of our nation. The demand of physiotherapy is increasing day by day in the field of healthcare because medicines have side effects, very much health hazards. But physiotherapy treatment has no side effect, no health hazards. It is very helpful and permanently resolve the problems of mankind. As a banker, I want to say something. I want to share my personal experience. As you know, as a banker, it's a very tight schedule, very tough schedule for us. From morning 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We work on the desk, because of which I experienced neck pain, back pain, tennis elbow. I had gone to many doctors who prescribed me various painkillers. For many months, I had those medicines, but my problems never got permanently resolved. Then I consulted a physiotherapist. He provided me with some treatment strategies and also suggested me a few lifestyle and working atmosphere modifications. Within 10 to 15 days, my pain was gone, and since then, I never experienced any such problem. So, I recommended everyone to consult a physiotherapist for their physical ailments.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. I felt overwhelmed with your idea about physiotherapy and personally thank you to have kept your faith alive in us. Madam, as you are well aware that the COVID-19 crisis has led to a situation in India where there is job and financial crisis. And to mitigate the same, our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji has called for Atmanirbhar Bharat. We as physiotherapists have come across that in India, our young physiotherapists face a lot of financial difficulties, both while planning to start a professional career as entrepreneurs and also during their professional career for the experienced professionals. Ma'am, in this situation, can you suggest how could the banking or the financial sector help a physiotherapist in starting his or her professional career and also help experienced professionals to get banking support and be Atmanirbhar?
There are three categories of professional physiotherapists who approach us. First one is fresher. Second one is experienced clinical physiotherapist professional. And third one is salaried physiotherapist. The main reason behind them, because of their approaches a bank, is for funding in shape of bank loan. So it's our main duty and Our main duty to help them, to guide them and advise them how to process a loan, how to sanction a loan, a bank. While applying for a loan and processing of a loan, they face mainly three difficulties. First one is insufficient collateral, and second one is improper documentation, and third one is insufficient credit history or a bad credit score. So now I would like to say the requirement for processing and sanctioning of a bank loan. The easiest way. First one is documentation. In the documentation part, a physiotherapy professional or professional should have his Aadhaar card, PAN card, and having a bank account in a bank, and a degree certificate from a UGC recognized university. These are the documents which must we require a bank. First of all, check the genuinity of the professional certificate. So, second one is the collateral part. Collateral is the primary security. First thing is the primary security. Second is the collateral security. So for primary security, for say example, for a clinical establishment professional, for his clinical setup, the equipments are the primary part. Like a medicine distributor, stock of medicine is the primary security, and bank to mitigate the risk factor of a bank loan. Bank like to take the collateral security, that is the secondary security, in shape of residential land, building, in shape of liquid securities like FDs, RDs, and LIC policies, like this, etc. Next one is the CIBIL score. The CIBIL score, if the applicant is having the CIBIL score of -1, it means it is the insufficient credit history. He or she is having insufficient credit history to process a loan or sanction a loan for this. Having the credit CIBIL score of -1, there are certain other requirements, but bank can process the loan. The next, for the existing professional, existing borrower, they should have the CIBIL score of from 700 to 900, which the bank can easily process a loan. So this is the main criteria for a good CIBIL score. And the next one is the project report. Project report, the applicant has to produce a project report of a tenure of 5 to 7 years of his term. If he wants funding for the clinical setup, then he has to submit a project report of 5 to 7 years where he or she mentioned about the details of a project of loan funding requirement, what are the sources of the fund, what are the applications of the fund, what is the financial requirements and the balance sheet items in a detailing for a tenure of 5 years. What are the cash receipt, cash payments, and any creditor, debtor status. So these are all the financial things, asset liability items, which the bank can consider when sanctioning a loan. Then next one is the family background of the customer. This is a very important part. While when a fresher approaches a bank, if his family members are financially sound, then he or she can easily get a loan, because bank can at that time bank can consider his family member as a third party guarantor. So it's a very vital part in case of a fresher. Existing professional also, bank can take his spouse or other family, his fathers and mothers, other parents or brother as third party guarantor. In case of a big loan also, bank can take them. So this is a very important part for processing the loan. And in that time also, bank can visit the personal and take the personal interview with the applicant simultaneously with the family members also. Then the next part is the capital contribution. This is the main part. because capital infusion from the applicant or from the borrower side, it is whether it is a 10%, 20% or any amount, but it has some impact on processing a loan, and it has a positive impact from the side of a applicant, and it's a very good impact due to which easily the loan can be processed. Lastly, I would like to add a point in case of fresher physiotherapist. If a fresher physiotherapist only have his documentation, and other than documentation nothing is with him or with her, then he or she can open a monthly recurring deposit account with a bank of amount ranging from 2,000 to 5,000, tenure from 1 year to 3 years. So by the time he or she can create a fund of from 50,000 to 2 lakhs, from 20 30,000 to 2 to 3 lakhs, so that he or she can easily get a loan of 50,000 to 3 to 4 lakhs from a bank.
Thank you, ma'am. It's very satisfying to know that the bank or the financial institution has various provisions which our professionals can take advantage at the time of need. As I have understood, the genuinity of documents, a feasible project report, a good rapport with the bank, good collateral support, or a guarantor or your family support is very much essential for a hassle-free procurement of a bank loan. Madam, really your detailed information will be a great help to our whole physiotherapy fraternity. It is really giving me immense pleasure to know from you that banks can provide maximum support through affordable financial deposits made by our fresher physio professionals who think of being an entrepreneur in the coming years. Now that you have described in detail that you can support a physiotherapy professional in thick and thin, I'm curious to know what are the various products related to the banking sector which could be availed by a physiotherapist.
There are mainly two types of products that bank can give to the physiotherapy professional. First one is doctor's loan. In case of doctor loans, the nature of assistance is term loan and working capital loan. In case of existing professional, for a clinical establishment, one can apply for a term loan of tenure of 5 to 7 years. And also for the regular monthly expenditure, he or she can avail a working capital loan or a CC loan. The targeted segments of these loans are all doctors, medical practitioners, clinicals, pathological labs, and physiotherapy center. These are the all targeted segments for this doctor loan. The purpose of the loan is purchase of specialized medical equipment, surgical X-ray, CT scan, operational theatre, ambulance related to the area of activities. For setting up a clinical nursing home, setup, hospital, pathological lab, physiotherapy centers, including purchase of construction of business premises, etc. However, loan should not be given for acquisition of the land or plot, a vacant plot. Loan only given for the business unit. Loan proposal, irrespective of the amount, involving purchase and construction of the business premises, that is clinic, nursing home, hospitals, diagnostic center, will be processed through a bank. And another one is expansion of infrastructure in existing clinical and hospital, including increasing capacity. Acquisition of personal items required for effective discharge of the profession that is computer, genset, car, etc. For the maintenance activity also bank can sanction, and for other business needs also bank can sanction the existing professional. During the processing of the loan, the various financial benchmarks like debt service coverage ratio and the ICR, these all are etc. These are the financial ratios which can be considered from the project report by a banker. The minimum loan amount from 50,000 till the maximum amount is varies from bank to bank. The tenure is from 5 to 7 years. This tenure also varies from bank to bank. That is according to the bank internal circular. The prepayment and applicable charges and the interest rate, this is also varies from bank to bank, and this is depend upon the scoring sheet of a applicant. The scoring sheet, the process of how to find out the scoring sheet, this is also varies from bank to bank, but there is a calculation, certain calculation which the sanctioning authority or the appraisal officer calculate the eligibility of the loan amount. Again, other points we can consider security, that already told by me about the security primary and the secondary. And in case of collateral security, you can consider the land and residential building and liquid FDs and RDs, policies, etc. And also postal FDs, RDs, also KBP. These are also considered. These are also hypothecated for sanctioning a loan. The second one is Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, which was launched by the Government of India on 8th April 2015 with an objective to give a boost to flow of credit to the micro industry in the country. So here we can also give a physiotherapy professional this Mudra in the scheme of Mudra Yojana. There are three varieties, three categories of PMMY scheme. First one is Sisu category for loan up to 50,000. Second one is Kishore category, that is for loan above 50,000 and up to 5 lakhs. Third one is Tarun category for loan above 5 lakhs and up to 10 lakhs. So here we can consider certain MSME activities with agricultural activities. So we can consider the professional also to give the loan in the shape of cash credit, term loan and OD limit. Here, like doctor's loan, the documentation part little bit richer. It is not strictly a little bit relaxed in this case. For Sisu category, there is relaxed documentation, no financial, only were taken undertaking from the borrower, from the applicant, about how he or she would utilize the fund that will be given by the bank. In case of Kishore category also, he or she can give the self declaration financial documents. Only for the Tarun loan, that is from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, he or she can provide the audited balance sheet. So here, in the documentation part, little bit relaxed, and also this is covered on the credit guarantee scheme by the Government of India. So in this case, the loan amount is up to 10 lakhs. The bank doesn't need any third party guarantor or any collateral security. This is the main part of this loan. If an applicant has no guarantor and no collateral security, he or she can avail this Mudra Yojana. Another product that is not pertains to this doctor's loan and Mudra Yojana scheme Third one is very easiest loan, that is gold loan. Nowadays, during this COVID pandemic situation, due to the gold valuation is very high, as you know. So this gold loan is very demanding products nowadays for a banker. So when an applicant with having some security or having some gold ornaments with his or her family members, so he or she can give it as security, and bank can easily sanction within 1 or 2 hour a gold loan with a value of 90% of the collateral security. So it is a best part if somebody having some gold ornaments, he can easily have with KYC document a bank loan with PAN, Aadhaar, photo, and having a bank account. He can easily get some fund for to infuse in his business.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your nice words. Really, you are describing in detail. Friends, today is really, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Actually, to say earlier, I personally have gone to banks for availing loan because I was getting SMS in phone that you will avail, you are eligible for applying for a doctor's loan. I have gone to banks. Bank people have said that we are not including physiotherapists right now. And even I have asked various insurance people also earlier that are you entitling physiotherapist for some specific products or not? I don't know. Earlier we were not getting that facility to take loan from the banks for a physiotherapy unit, or we were not entitled to get a loan under doctor's loan category. But today, after ma'am has said, I am really happy to know that after the restructuring of the banks and banking norms, after the structuring of the financial institution and their norms, as madam said, we are now eligible for taking bank loans under doctor's loan category, which is a little easier. Although documentations are very much needed, we have to be strict on documentations. Also, ma'am said when you don't have too much of documentation, you can take or you can avail a gold loan, etc. And the most important thing is the special this thing, Mudra loan that has come into existence, which is a brainchild of our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. We now in this situation in 2020, this is really a good time. Although we have the crisis of COVID-19, but still, friends and colleagues, this is really a happy time we are spending with ma'am, and we are getting the knowledge that banks have so much of facility for us to become an entrepreneur or to become Atmanirbhar. Madam, now that we have known what are the different facilities that the bank have, what are the different products that the bank provides or has made arrangements for a physiotherapist. Now I would like to ask you how how a physiotherapist should go about, or what are the steps while applying for a bank loan to the bank.
Now I would like to say something about the processing of a bank loan. So when applicant come to bank, first thing is application form. He or she will fill up the application form with all details. Then next part is the existing physiotherapy professional for clinical setup, the bank officer will visit that place, analyze the whole things, the setup. This is the main part. to fund a big loan. Because at that time, the sanctioning authority and the appraisal officer also make some market inquiries in that location. Also take the personal interview of the family members of the borrower. These all points are very helpful to process a bank loan. The next part is coming with all the details. Then appraisal officer. The appraisal is made by a appraisal officer. In appraisal part, there are certain things. There are certain things taken by the appraisal officer, like from the documents which given by the borrower, from the financial background, from the financial documents, financial data, then from the transaction details. Then analysis will be made, and finally they come to an amount which the bank can fund to that applicant. Then next part is, after that, is the sanctioning part. Then sanctioning authority call the applicant, and one day they will sanction the loan with the consent from the applicant. Afterwards, the documentation part. The documentation, there is a loan agreement, hypothecation of loan agreement, then a guarantee agreement, then DPN delivery note, the disbursement note, etc. Or that is the bank's point of view, all the documentation part. Then the officer take the sign of the applicant, the borrower, and the guarantor, and make the disbursement.
Thank you, ma'am, for whatever till now you have described. It's really very nice, and I think to my friends or colleagues, this is probably for the first time we are having such an interview directly directly to a person of the bank or a financial supporter who can really describe what are all the things, how to go about it. And madam, I am very much thankful to you for giving a detailed description of how to give, means how to approach a bank, how to get the bank loan, what are the steps to be followed, so that it really becomes easy for us. Now, I think after listening to you, my friends and colleagues and the young physios especially will be very confident that with their knowledge they can really go leap and bounce ahead in future times to come, to really provide very good service to the society. What they had earlier, what was happening, although they were having the knowledge, although they were having the eager to help the mankind, but they were not having that much of support or the financial support to start the clinical setup or to start any kind of services. Now that you have described in detail, really, ma'am, it is really going to help all my physiotherapy friends and colleagues, juniors, seniors also, those who have already worked for a long time. And now, after knowing all these things, I would like to ask, what are the various investment plans? Because now that we will earn if we work, now I want to ask, it is always understood from the people who are our advisors that 1 rupee saved is equal to 5 rupees earned. 1 rupee saved is equal to 5 rupees earned. This 1 rupee of saving becomes very much to help if it goes by compounding, as the financial people say or they advise. So now, because we have known so much of things from you, I would like to know what are the various investment plans pertaining to the financial security in the future times, or I would like to specifically ask the investment plans which a physiotherapist could or should avail from the bank or from any financial institution.
The various investment plans a physiotherapist can avail in a bank are fixed deposit, recurring deposit, mutual fund, etc. What is a fixed deposit? Fixed deposit is the minimum amount, that is a certain amount the physiotherapist can make with a minimum amount of 10,000 till 1 crore. So in this fixed deposit, the tenure starting from 1 year to 5 years. So, when the fund is mature, this is also create a collateral security and help a physiotherapy to avail a loan from a bank. From against the fixed deposit, he or she can avail overdraft 90% of the value of the fixed deposit. So this is a very good product for a physiotherapist. Another one is recurring deposit, monthly recurring deposit. This is also a very good product, because at a time, if the physiotherapy will face some difficulties to invest 10,000 or more than that, he or she can start a RD of minimum 1,000 till the maximum amount. The tenure should be from 1 year to 5 years. This will also help him or her to avail a bank loan, because against the RD, and he can place the RD and avail a bank loan. Also overdraft facility he or she can avail. So if RD and FDs are very good product regarding they can help in both the ways to simultaneously. This is an investment plan. Also, a bank can take them as the collateral security and fund the applicant. Another product is mutual fund. He or she can give lump sum amount or a monthly. Also, this is like a in mutual fund also. RD type SIP also, system invested plan. It's like RD. Also, he can invest in these funds. Another in the post office also, there are monthly RD, monthly fixed deposits, Kisan Vikas Patra, etc. are the products which he or she can invest. These are also he or she can place as collateral or hypothecated as collateral security to avail a loan. So these are also in both help them in both the ways, like investment plans and as collateral security. Other than this, some government schemes, investment plans are also there. One is Atal Pension Yojana. There is a monthly pension plan. Monthly, the physiotherapist can invest some amount to avail a pension of 1,000 to 10,000 monthly after 60 years. Another is National Pension Scheme. The amount is minimum is 50,000, from 50,000 till 2 to 2.5 lakhs. In this case also, the investor also this claim under 80C, also he or she can avail deduction of 50,000 directly after 80C. So this is also helpful for the scheme. Other than these also, other insurance policies are also there, from which the physiotherapist can avail. One is LIC insurance policy, SBI Life, HDFC Life, etc. There are various insurance policies They can also avail.
That's an exemplary explanation of the investment plans from small to big that a physiotherapist can do and become Atmanirbhar. Thank you, ma'am, for this. Now that, madam, we have gone so much into detail. Now, can I ask you? We have known about all these things, about investments, about how to get a loan, everything. Can I ask, what are the most significant insurance plans, including pension plans, which a physiotherapist should avail to have a financial security? Ma'am, please explain in detail.
The most important insurance products are first one is loan assurance product. Loan assurance product means if a bank will sanction a loan to a physiotherapist, then this loan, if she or he take this loan assurance product, then the whole loan balance is secured for him. In case of future, if the proposer will die, then the insurance company will pay the whole loan outstanding balance to the bank. This is the very good product for a borrower. The next one is the term plan. In the beginning of the year, beginning of the age, after 18 years, a physiotherapist uh, can avail this, invest in this product term plan for a to get a value of to sum assured of 1 crore. He or she has to pay certain within 10,000 approximately. This is varies from bank to bank or from other insurance, from insurance company to insurance companies. And with this minimum amount, he has to pay up to till 30 years of his or her life. In case of death of the applicant, the nominee will get up to 1 crore. So this is also a very, this is the real life insurance policy, the term plan. I can advise all of you to avail this loan assurance products and term plan. These are the two very important products. Next one is we can consider certain policies of LIC. LIC is a very LIC life insurance, as we know, LIC life insurance corporation very good reputation in our country. So you can take 2-3 policies, 2-3 plans of LIC. One is Jiban Anand plan, where we can get the return during our life, and second and afterwards also, after our death also, the nominee can get again the return. So this is the double benefit plan. So I would suggest everyone to take this plan also. Next one is Jiban Santi, a pension plan. We can take NPS as well as Jiban Santi plan. This will help in our maturity years, like after 60 years. So these are the plans, life insurance plans. Other than the life insurance plans, we can take health insurance plans. We can take general plans. In case of health insurance plans, we can claim the tax benefit also, other than ATC, the standard deduction part. By doing health insurance, the insurance company will give us a health card, which is very helpful for us. So I would advise everyone to take this health insurance. Then general insurance. In case of general insurance, one thing I want to mention everyone: the clinical, the borrower, the experienced borrower who will take loans for clinical setups, they also insure their equipments, their stocks. So this is come under the general insurance. We can also vehicle insurance also come under the general insurance. So this is all small thing that would I would suggest all of you to take all these insurance products.
Madam, we have been discussing uh, quite a while, and you have also described everything in detail. We have known so much things that can help a physiotherapist. But as per our discussion, I what I understood is there are various plans or something that any individual can also take. And if a physiotherapist is taking a loan or something, if he is given an advantage, it is under doctor's loan or it is under some scheme. But to catch up, can I ask you, do the banks, or to be more specific, are there any products in the banking sector or investment plans in the insurance sector which are entitled only to the physiotherapy fraternity, or keeping in mind the banks to the keeping in mind the physiotherapy community, the banks or the financial institutions? Have you ever discussed that what are how to help any physiotherapist? Because we as physiotherapists in India itself, we are more than 70,000 in number. For such a large number, do you have any specific plans or any kind of insurance plans? If not, then is there any scope of having such products in near future or plans being created specific to the physiotherapy fraternity?
As per my knowledge, there are no such products developed which are only entitled to physiotherapy professionals. But yes, there is definitely a scope of having such products being created specific to the physiotherapy professionals. For example, the ICI, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, has tie-ups and collaborations other with other banks, so that after passing chartered accountant exam, an applicant easily directly get a loan amount of 5 lakhs. Similarly, if the Indian Association of Physiotherapists, IAP, can collaborate with various nationalized banks and private banks through professional representations and the tie-ups, then the physiotherapy professionals would get the loans very easily and get immensely benefited.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your advice. While I was practicing as a young physio, I was every time thinking about what are the entitlements that a physiotherapist or only a physiotherapist can avail, whatever I have studied. And today, after talking with you, and as per your advice, I'm really, really thankful to you for giving this visionary idea. I presently I am the General Secretary of the state, uh, representing Indian Association of Physiotherapists, and I at my state level will take all the steps, as well as I will really correspond this with my seniors at the national level, the central CEC, for coming up with various representations and ideas to collaborate with different financial institutions and different bodies, so that the physiotherapists having a IP number, having a association membership with the help of IAP, will be entitled definitely to go for some plans from or some help from the financial institutions to easily get a loan or get an entitlement, so that he will never think that he is alone. This is really helpful, and I think today everybody will thank you for your this advice, and IAP will definitely take a bounce after working on it. Thank you, ma'am. And finally, uh, as your AGM of IDBI Bank, I would like to ask a personal question. We have discussed everything in detail about the banking and the financial sector. But can I ask that your bank, that is IDBI Bank, how it is different in its functioning in comparison to other banks and can extend support to the physiotherapists?
IDBI Bank Limited, as a full service universal bank, provides a wide gamut of financial products and services encompassing deposits, loans, payment services, and investment solutions. We are committed to understanding our customer needs and aim at consistently delivering relevant financial solutions and excellent customer service. Understanding today's fast-paced and digital world, IDBI Bank offer an innovative range of digital services that complement our pan-India network of branches and ATMs. Customers can also reach out to us through our 24/7 customers care facility. We strive to provide our customers with the best possible combination of safety, convenience, and innovation in all our financial products and services. The main vision is to be the most preferred and trusted bank, enhancing value for all stakeholders, investors, and customers. The mission of the bank is delighting customers with our excellent service and comprehensive suite of best-in-class financial solutions, touching more people's lives with our expanding retail footprint while maintaining our excellence on corporate and infrastructure financing, continuing to act in an ethical, transparent, and responsible manner, becoming the role model for corporate governance, deploying world-class technology, systems, and processes to improve business efficiency and exceed customers' expectation, expanding our global presence, relentlessly striving to become a greener bank. This is all about IDBI Bank. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for today's interview, which was really an eye-opener for every physiotherapist, I think. And your explanation, focusing on very minor details, will be very much helpful to the physiotherapy fraternity. And your explanations, giving strength to the fresh physios, was of really importance. And I would like to thank you for all that time you have given, your precious time, taking time out of your banking hours. And really, I promise to spread this news of the help that a banking sector can give or a insurance sector can give, whatever advices you have given. I promise to spread all this to my whole fraternity. And we'll be in touch, or Madam IAP will be in touch with you in future times whenever we require advice or any kind of support to know about banking things. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for today. And today, on this World Physiotherapy Day, I thank all my friends, colleagues, seniors, juniors, and on behalf of Utkal IAP, I thank ma'am for being with us. Thank you.
So I'm sure you all must have got thrilled by listening to Chartered Accountant Ipshitarat ma'am. The kind of inputs which she gave were really valuable, the ideas could lead to many such entitlements or products for which we would be only entitled for those products. So definitely IIP Utkal would pursue those ideas and also convey those ideas to the central CEC, IAP, and would work towards the betterment of the profession. Now there is a small activity which was conducted by the IIP Utkal Women's Cell under the guidance of our state president, Dr. Sthiti Pragya Dalbera ma'am, General Secretary, Dr. Bhuvananda Pani sir, and the Women's Cell head, Dr. Priyadarshini Mishra ma'am. So there were a few competitions which were held in the state, and I have the results of those competitions and would like to share those results with you all. So you can patiently wait to listen to the results, and then we can have the vote of thanks. So the few competitions which we had were the essay competition, the drawing competition, and a quiz contest. And we were immensely glad that there was tremendous response from all sections of the state and outside. And the competitions were really tough. It was really tough for the judges or the panelists who were judging the contestants. And finally, they could decide on the winners of those contests. So let's see who the winners are. So the panelists for these competitions were Dr. Satyajit Mohanty sir, Dr. Kirti Sundar Sahu sir, Dr. Tabassum Ali ma'am, and Dr. Amrita Tripathi ma'am. And as I said, that Dr. Priyadarshini Mishra ma'am, who is the head of the IIP Utkal Women's Cell, was leading in conducting these competitions. So the first category is essay competition, student category, and the second runner-up or the third prize goes to Kalyani Maharana, second year, Institute of Health Sciences. The first runner-up or the second prize goes to Ayaskanta Acharya, 31st batch, SB Nirtar. And there comes the winner. The first prize or the winner goes to Suprabhakaran, 30th batch, SP Nirtar. Congratulations to all the winners and also to all the participants. The next category is essay competition, professional category. The second runner-up or the third prize goes to Dr. Saroj Das. The first runner-up or the second prize goes to Dr. Subhasmita Dwivedi. And the winner is Dr. Sonali Das. Unfortunately, we don't have a photograph of her, but let's have a good round of applause for her and for all the winners and the participants. The next category is the drawing competition. I mean, I was taken aback by seeing the skills in art which physiotherapists possess. I mean, they can very well have an alternate profession along with physiotherapy. So what we received is this. These were the winning art I mean, the drawing performances from the therapists. I mean, they're wonderful, and really, I am really pleased to see the skills of a physiotherapist. Definitely, physiotherapists are artists, not only in their professional field, but elsewhere. So the second runner-up or the third prize goes to Pritinanda Dalai SB Nirtar. There was a tie for the first runner-up or the second prize. They are Sandhya Rani Sahu, first semester Institute of Health Science, and Purna Sasi Behra SB Nirtar. And there comes the winner. The first prize goes to Adyasha Madhurita from SB Nirtar. Congratulations to all the winners and the participants. The last category is the quiz competition. The quiz wizards. Let's see. So the third runner-up or the fourth prize goes to Bikash Kumar Gowda, who scored a brilliant 48 out of 60. The second runner-up or the third prize goes to Dr. Tapaswini Sahu, who scored an excellent 54 out of 60. The first runner-up or the second prize goes to Dr. Jayashree Jyoti Darshini, who scored an amazing 56 out of 60. And the winner, the first prize goes to Dr. Supriya Nanda, who scored an unbelievable 57 out of 60. Many congratulations to all the winners and the participants. Thank you. Now I would request Dr. Rakesh Nanda to present the vote of thanks.
Thank you. On behalf of IAP and IAP Women's Cell, Utkal branch, I would like to thank Chartered Accountant Ipshita Rath for giving us an idea about banking and insurance. I also like to thank our moderator and interviewer. And I would also like to thank all the participants for attending this webinar session. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.